So the WBO light flyweight champion Donnie Nietes pulled off a very good victory the other day, defeating Raul Rayito Garcia Hirales by a fifth round TKO retirement. Basically, Raul retired on his stool after the fifth round of a fight that he had started off doing pretty well in, but eventually Donnie Nietes' abilities, his technique, his inside fighting ability in particular, his offensive ability, just completely broke him down. From the first round on, Raul Garcia. Oh, and it's also interesting to mention that Donnie Nietes had previously defeated Raul's twin brother. I think his twin brother, but his brother in any case, Ramon Garcia Hirales, about what was that? About 5 years ago. So here he was fighting the other brother. He defeated Ramon by a 12-round decision. So definitely improvement on off of that result. Although it's arguable as to who is the better fighter between the two. But anyway, first round, Raul Garcia started off pretty good. He was actually, I thought, outboxing Nietes in good portions of the round. He was able to land some good clean shots. Nietes was landing some good shots of his own. They were both mixing it up to the body and the head a little bit. But I gave the first round to Garcia. I thought he did just a little bit more to nudge him the victory in the round. Second round, I actually thought Raul Garcia won that round more clearly. I thought Donnie Nietes was being a little bit too defensive, overly defensive, not really putting a lot into his offense. He was looking like he was trying to time Garcia a little bit more and get rid of all the missing that he had done in the first round. He was trying to land some big shots in the first round, I think because Raul Garcia had started so fast and landed a couple big shots like in the opening seconds. And so Nietes missed a little bit, and so the second round was almost more like a reset in him trying to feel out Garcia, as like the feel out round instead of the first. So I gave Garcia the second round as well, a little bit more clearly than the first round was. Third round is where Nietes really got going. He dropped Raul Garcia twice in the third round. First time was with a clean left hook counter on the inside over a right kind of hooking shot from Raul Garcia. He dropped him just cleanly, and then in the follow-up, Nietes hurt him very badly to the body and the head. Dropped him with an accumulation of shots about a minute later. Garcia managed to finish out the last minute on his feet, but you could tell that he was still badly affected from the overall barrage in the fourth round, where Nietes just put it on him some more, and in the fifth round he just pretty much continued it. The fourth and the fifth round were clear dominant rounds for Nietes. Garcia landed some licks of his own. He got a few shots in here and there, but overall Nietes' power was just really debilitating Garcia, especially to the body. The body work is really what paid dividends for Nietes, and what pretty much eventually led to Garcia basically quitting on a stool after the fifth round. Just that body work was just punishing him. You could see his body was all red from the work that Nietes had done, and he had done some very good work to the head as well. Clean right hand leads especially. So with this victory, Nietes is looking towards a third fight now with his rival Moises Fuentes. He fought Fuentes twice already now. The first fight was a draw, 12-round split draw. Second fight was a ninth round technical knockout for Nietes. What was that, about a year and a half ago? Or 2 years ago now. And then now they're going to fight for a third time because Moises Fuentes managed to win the number one contendership all over again. He became the mandatory once more. And so these two are going to square off at the StubHub Center in Carson, California, September 24th. Should be an excellent fight. The first two fights both were very good competitive fights. Even the second one, in spite of the fact that Fuentes wound up getting TKO'd, well, he was competitive pretty much almost all the way through. It was just he got caught in the mid rounds with some big shots, and Nietes managed to finish him off like a true champion normally does. Should Nietes defeat Fuentes, there's some big potential coming up for him, and possibly anyway. You got a potential fight with the number 2 rated Kosei Tanaka, who recently just moved up from 105 pounds. He was the 105 pound minimum weight WBO champion, and then you also have potential unifications out there too. It'd be really nice to see Nietes finally actually unify this belt with one of the other ones. Whether it's Ganaga Lopez's WBC or Ryuichi Taguchi's WBA, I think would be excellent fights for him. Otherwise, Tanaka's a solid fight, good money fight. And then, of course, should Nietes choose to move up to 112 pounds, try to win a world title in his third weight class, there's Roman Gonzalez and Juan Francisco Estrada. In spite of the fact that it looks like they're both probably going to be moving up to 115 pretty soon, they still haven't yet. So there may be an opportunity still for Nietes to catch one of the two of them. Otherwise, there's also Kazuto Yoka at 112 pounds still. The WBA regular champion. He'll become the full champion should Juan Francisco Estrada move up, and then if he defeats Stamkiat coming up. And then there's also Zhou Shiming, which would probably be a very, very big fight. Zhou Shiming versus Donnie Nietes, good money fight for each of them, would bring a lot of interest to the division as well. So, and especially the fact that both of their upcoming fights are going to be in the United States, so that might play into everything as well. But solid win for Donnie Nietes. This rubber match with Moises Fuentes coming up is looking like a solid fight, and we'll see what happens with regard to the winner of that fight and the future prospects. But regardless, Nietes' future is looking pretty good, and I mean, even should he lose to Fuentes, I mean, you gotta imagine an immediate rematch is likely on the cards due to their consistent rivalry. So that's it for this one. Catch you guys on the next. Peace.